Welcome, everyone. Happy Friday. It's the Film Threat Friday Livecast here on a Friday. That's right. I said Friday twice. Today on the show, we're going to be talking some movies. That's right. We are talking movies. Alan Ng is here. He is waiting in the wings. Ng the Merciless. Let's hear chat, comments, and questions. And I had hot wings last night, and I regret it. I regret it badly. Let's kick things off. Let's get things started. Let's get things going. Here we go. Let's start the show. Let's go. All right, where is... I know he's here somewhere. Hang on. I got it. No, I think that's the wrong. That's wrong. That's totally wrong.
But you looked up at me with his big weepy eyes. Don't go home tonight, Harry. Hold me a little longer, Harry. What was I supposed to do?
What are you saying? You took pity on me?
No, I was...
Fuck you!
Alan!
Are you sure it was hot wings and it wasn't my massive slap?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. No, I love that from When Harry Met Sally.
This just getting creepier and creepier.
No, it's I love it. Your face is so memeable.
I know. I'm such a
You
should have been a woman. That's all I said.
yeah. When you see that, oh my God, how's it going?
Good. Yeah. It was the wife's birthday yesterday, so
Nice.
we did a little shopping and then made her dinner.
Ah, there you go. All right,
Yeah.
that's cool. A very chill birthday. So I think it's now. I've always felt sorry for people who have a birthday around Christmas.
Mhm.
Kind of feel like Christmas kind of sucks it's hard to separate the 2 days.
Well, the big thing is it ruins the budget.
Right.
Because you're saving up for not only Christmas, but now you're saving up for a birthday, and then I wanted to go see a movie yesterday, and I'd seen everything. It's very lean at the movie theaters this year.
Yeah, I had the same experience. So I'm so used to like Thursdays going to the AMC Burbank 16. I went, our movie meetup group didn't meet, but I was there. I was at Yard House. I had the hot wings. I woke up this morning. I'm still feeling it.
Mhm.
With like pain in my stomach. Like I regret hot wings right now. I'm just saying I regret it big time.
How's your toilet? That's
Holding up,
well,
not as well as I, but yeah, what can I say? But no, I went and saw, I had the same experience as you. I looked at the theater and I'm like, I have seen every movie that's playing. And I said to I'm just going to go see Godzilla again. And I did. I thought, well, maybe I'll just go in. I'll just see part of it. I watched the whole thing. It was so good. That movie, it's weird because, a lot of people, when they first saw it, they're like, oh, it's the best movie of the year. And I'm like, well, I've seen a lot of movies. I don't know if a Godzilla movie can be the best movie of the year. And then as I began like making my list, I watched it a couple more times. I thought to myself, it really is. It really is the best film of this year. I have no idea what the Academy consideration is for it, where it stands.
Yeah, I mean, technically, the way they're promoting it, it's up for all categories. So it's up to the nominees. Because when we were doing the Critics' Choice nominations, I wasn't sure if Godzilla qualified for best, and I'm feeling like it did, and I could have put it on there.
Well, you blew it. You blew it.
Well, you blew it too because it's not there either.
Well, there you go. Well, now before we get to, we have a bunch of topics and films to talk about, but before we get to that, what are your big New Year's plans? Do you have New Year's plans?
Yeah, stay at home.
That's my plan.
Yeah, I think my daughter's gonna dye her hair, and that's
Oh
kind of
no!
that's the annual tradition for her. She'll dye her hair.
And is it going to be like pink or blue or something like that?
Hopefully not, but it could.
Oh,
Well, we expressly told her not.
Hi, Dad, I miss you.
Yeah.
You know, what's ironic is your other daughter is also going to be dyeing her hair.
Oh, will she?
Yeah, no, she even X-Ray Girl put in like, what should I do? What choices?
Yeah.
I told her she should go blonde because
Yeah.
why not?
Well, we told her definitely not blue, and then you can pretty much choose from everything else. And then it's like all her friends do red, so she doesn't want to do red.
So is this a trend among kids? They all want to do their hair like some dumb color?
Yeah. I'd rather them change their hair than other things.
I tend to gravitate away from, like, if there's a trend and everybody's doing a thing, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do that thing. I don't fall in line, and just like, that's why I kind of dress fairly conservative. I don't have any tattoos. I just don't. And not that I'm against tattoos. I'm against bad tattoos, which is most of tattoos. Most tattoos are bad. I've seen some beautiful tattoos that obviously were like custom designed or whatever. But if you're picking a tattoo out of a book when you're drunk, probably not a great choice. Yeah. And I know some people who've done that and they all regret their tattoos. And I even thought about, this is before the prequels came out. Okay. In the 90s, I had a friend who was super into tattoos. And I'm like, God, I want to get a tattoo. I just don't know what I want to get. Like, what is the thing I want to get? And I thought, I'm going to get a Darth Vader tattoo on my arm. And I didn't do it. And no regrets. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Well,
I love when you see those.
I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my Jonathan Majors tattoo.
Yeah. You got a Kang tattoo? You're screwed. Oh man, I was so excited for Jonathan Majors as Kang. But I love those. I love those like blogs where it's like all just really bad tattoos. I love those, like, no regrets. Like, so or one of my favorites, Pobity's Nerfect. Have you ever seen that? That's a tattoo actually from the TV show Metalocalypse. Murderface has a tattoo that says Pobity's Nerfect. Love it. All right. Hey, let's see who's in the chat here as Alan and I are chatting away. Let's see. Sound of One Man Laughing says, Merry New Year. I'm right there with you. Bunch of super chats here. Castigan for £4.99. Great interview with Alex on Wednesday. Thanks for asking my question about Biggles. Happy New Year, everyone. Well, of course, we would definitely get to that question about Biggles. I didn't know about Biggles. Yeah. Sons and Shadows member for 5 months says, Happy New Year to the crew and community. 2024. Let's effing go. Let's effing go. Benjamin for 10. Hey guys, which sequel are you looking forward to the most in 2024? Smile 2, Gladiator 2, Dune 2, Joker 2, Twister 2, Beetlejuice 2, Inside Out 2, or Mean Girls 2? Which one, Alan?
Dune and Joker.
That's the same for me.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with Twister.
Yeah.
Who's in it? Bill Paxton passed away.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Inside Out, I don't care.
Still around, but why?
All of those sequels, with the exception of Dune and Joker, are pointless. Beetlejuice.
Mean Girls is the musical. That's
It's not even a part 2. Mean Girls is just the musical.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Are you going to the screening next week or in 2 weeks?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'll sit next to you.
Okay. You can hold hands while the love songs are going on.
Yeah, we definitely can.
Yeah.
But you looked up at me with his big weepy eyes. Don't go home tonight, Harry. Hold me a little longer, Harry. What was I supposed to do?
What are you saying? You took pity on me?
No, I was...
Fuck you.
I don't like when you slap me. I just don't. I'm going to just say right up, I don't like it. Not liking it, Alan. Thank you, Benjamin. Yeah, Gladiator 2. What's the point of that? Bush and Ryu Cat for 5. Merry Christmas. Happy 2024 wishes to all you filthy animals. But Ms. Pea Coffee's no animal. She's our den mother. Well, there you go. That's very sweet. John Manalang, member for 17 months. Wow, John. That's awesome. Thank you for your support. Happy New Year, FT crew and chat. Looking forward to another year of excellent reviews and Ing the Merciless. I need what's my nickname? If you're Ing the Merciless,
Frank.
Frank. Oh, that's right. Frank Gore. Frank Gordon. Flash Gordon. All right. That's great. Thanks, John.
I'm curious, but when did we start allowing memberships, and how many months would that be?
I don't know, but 17 months might be like when we started it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mexican Iron Man for 5. Hot wings for the bathroom win. Why do you think the show was late today by 5 minutes? Yep.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah. Why do you think that? Well, then there you go. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate that. JWT 6577, member for 3 months. Any word on Midas 1 Blu-ray download? None officially announced, but my understanding is it will be coming to 4K. I actually do there's a Godzilla website you can go to. I'm actually just going to bring it up because why not?
Of course there's a Godzilla website.
Well, there is, but it's I just ordered a bunch of stuff from there because there was a sale, holiday sale. So I went to literally, it's just Godzilla.com. I'm going to share a screen right now because I need to do this. And Godzilla.com is everything Godzilla. So it is it's the official Toho. You can sign up for their newsletter, which I already do. And I get updates on their newsletter. And they've got exclusives in there. I'm pimping another shop that isn't ours. Why am I doing this? But you can pre-order Godzilla -1 merch. There's a Godzilla -1 figure that's coming out in, I think, October.
What the hell is that?
I got the Godzilla Day embroidered patch because I collect patches, and I have a Godzilla jacket that I'm going to be making, which I'm very excited about.
What is that thing next to it? Is that a fly? Giant fly?
No, that's Hedorah.
Oh,
from Godzilla versus the Smog Monster.
What
kind of Godzilla fan are you, Alan?
Not much of one.
Clearly.
I'm a big fan of Godzilla -1. That's it.
Yeah, so I mean, checking the official site, it's just not. And it's all like official information, like where to stream. See everything here. I mean, most of these are available to stream on things like Prime Video and whatnot. They're kind of all over the place. They haven't consolidated the collection into one brand. I don't know that a Toho streaming service is something we necessarily need, but Godzilla -1, no information right here. It's just get your tickets today. So they're not promoting. And then they break it up by Toho and Hollywood. And all the Hollywood movies are so much worse. Godzilla anime. Look, check it out. Godzilla Planet of the Monsters. Where to stream. It's on Netflix. So Godzilla.com is my personal resource for all things Godzilla related. So there you go. So, but a reminder, actually, this weekend is the last weekend. Just a quick reminder. We're doing a sale on our wait a sec. We're doing a sale on our Film Threat shop, and it ends this weekend. So you've got the 31st. Go to shop.filmthreat.com. Get a signed Blu-ray of Attack of the Doc. By the way, we have had a huge burst in sales of Blu-rays, mainly because for Attack of the Doc, mainly because it's streaming for free. So it's on Tubi and YouTube. Last I checked, it's now up to like over 40,000 views on YouTube. You can look up Attack of the Doc. You can watch it for nothing. But you can also get the Blu-ray with 25 plus hours of extras. Go to shop.filmthreat.com. Use offer code FilmThreat-HO to save 10% off t-shirts. I'm very excited that we've got collections here that Lori Ormond, who is frequently in our chat, and she runs the shop. She's running the shop. And I specifically requested that we get specific shirts in blue. I'm super excited that we have them now. We've got like the classic logo shirt, but in blue. So yeah, this shirt right here. It's the classic logo. You can get it royal, true royal. Is it true royal or royal blue? I don't know. But it is available. It's not changing. The colors aren't changing.
Yeah.
Lori, it's broken. If you're listening, the shop is broken. No, it's I'm sure it's just a little bug.
You need Godzilla one.
Well, there is a Godzilla one.
Is there?
There's a Godzilla design. You don't pay attention to the shop.
Yeah, no, I don't go there every day.
I go there every day. There's a Godzilla theme one. Where is it?
Oh, you don't know where it is right away?
I do know where it is. It's right here. There it is.
No, that's Jurassic. That's Jurassic Park.
No, look at the outline.
Yeah.
It's a little mashup. It's Film Threat in the Jurassic Park lettering.
I was thinking in the style of Godzilla -1.
It's the Jurassic Film Threat. We're not gonna do a -1 thing unless someone does it. Anyways, go to shop.filmthreat.com. Check it out. All the designs. Get them now and use offer code FilmThreat-HO and pick up the Blu-ray if you have not done that already. Now let's get to let's finish up these chats. Yeah. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of chat comments and questions. Wow. Okay. I can't keep up here, folks. My apologies. Bush and Ryu Cat for Chris, hope you feel better soon. All hail Ing the Emperor. Rain a meteor shower on Disney. On the 21st, I saw Boy and the Heron. The 22nd, Iron Claw. Loved them both. Made me feel like a kid, a 54-year-old kid. These are tears of joy. I still love the theater. Same. I love the theater. I love going to the theater. I don't know that there's a week that's gone by that I haven't been to the movies, and usually it's like 3-4 times a week. So I live at the movie theater. It's my church. But Bush and Ryu Cat, that is super generous. Make sure you see Godzilla -1. I'm going to assume that you've seen it. Another super chat here from Chris B45. Hope you guys have a great 2024. Saw the Holdovers recently and loved it, but feels like not many know about it. So I wanted to shout it out here. Alan gave it a very good review.
Yeah, it was number 6 on the list. And so it didn't show up on the best of.
But it was in the honorable mentions.
Yes.
Honorable mentions.
It should have been, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris B. Andy member for 14 months. My plan for 2024 is to survive in Argentina in crisis. So wish me luck.
Good luck.
Oh, wow. 2024 is going to be great for Film Threat. Happy New Year, Chris and Alan. Well, good luck with that. I hear there's a lot of changes coming to that country.
Yeah. Well, there's a documentary coming out at Slam Dance about Colombia. The most their progressive left candidate for the first time won and is now president. And a lot of talk about Argentina there. Like, hey, we don't want Colombia to become Argentina.
Right. Well, there you go. Let's see. The Nerd Far Away. Hey, good to see you as a member. I don't know who does all the Photoshop for this channel, but today's picture is particularly hilarious and nicely done. It's Leo Cody. So Glenn is our producer for the show. He makes videos. Leo Cody also makes some videos. And then Leo does the graphics. So if you go to the community tab on Film Threat, you'll see there's a bunch of goofy graphics. Leo Cody does most of those. Or if you're on the Discord and you post them, I'll steal them from the Discord and share them with the community. So thank you, Nerd Far Away. You can thank Leo Cody. And Nerd Far Away goes on to say, I'm not looking forward to any sequels. I want people to write news stories and stop franchising everything. Yeah, all the franchise stuff has been bad, like objectively bad. Alan Horkin says, kids think they can cover up their tattoos with other even uglier tattoos later. Yeah, I'm just glad I thought about doing a bunch of things. The only thing I did when I was young, I regret, is I pierced one of my ears because that was a thing.
Yeah.
And I still have like the hole and it's kind of a weird scar. Like, yeah. So other than that, yeah, I just don't, I always feel like those things are trends. The weird one is the people that put the gauges in their ears and they get like,
man,
that is one of the number one corrective surgeries that people get are because they get them big and then their ears, they got these lobes and they just kind of hang down. Fred Armisen had a character in Portlandia that had like that, had like the gauge thing. I just like, I've never, body modification is just, you know, if I'm going to have a body modification, I want it to be a surprise, like a scar. I've got a couple interesting scars with interesting stories behind them.
There was a wrestling match where Randy Orton, he took Jeff Hardy's ear gauge and handcuffed it to the ring. So he was stuck to the ring through his ear.
I'm sure that was planned.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was, but I mean, that's assuming you're one of those few who believes that wrestling is fixed.
Hey, Leo Cody says, thank you for the shout out, Chris. Hey, Leo, thank you. Yeah, I love him. Every time he sends them, I'm like, oh my God, this is so hilarious. Wait, you've got other Film Threat Sucks graphics in the background. How come you haven't shared those with me?
Oh, because I've been, I have no time. I have time
Just
to do
send them. You have no time. Send them to me during the show right now. That way you can multitask. Just email all of them to me so I can use it. Hey, thanks, Leo. I appreciate it.
Well, these are kind of crappy because the AI doesn't allow you to do letters right. So some of it says film feet. This one I'm not.
No, no.
Like I said,
no one's gonna notice.
Yeah.
Film
and by the way,
feet.
and also you can see like that one says suckuses. film feet suckses.
No, that's good. We might change the name of the movie to that.
And then you can't AI won't do sucks, so I have to do socks, and then I have to somehow
Photoshop it.
Yeah, Photoshop it.
If you've got time to Photoshop, you've got time to send me graphics. Come on, Alan. Come on. But thank you, Leo. Love it. Hey, Mr. Tickle Trunk gifted 10 Film Threat memberships. Join us on Discord. The link will be in the community tab. Now that you're a member, there's the Discord. Join our Discord. There's about 400 people on there or more, just talking nerdy stuff all day. Love it. Thank you, Mr. Tickle Trunk. Hey, Lead Wall. Why are you laughing?
Because you almost didn't say Tickle Trunk.
That's true. Lead Wall for 10. Don't knock blue hair. Did it once in college. Glad I did it once. Now it all is gone, especially for young men. Play around with it. You never know while it be gone. Yeah. You never know. It might be gone. I think that's what you meant. Yeah. Just whatever. I mean, I that's the time to experiment. I just think for me, nothing permanent. I mean, look, I dyed my hair. First of all, this is back in the 80s. Okay. I went to the guy who did my hair. I said, look, I need a haircut that'll get me fired from my job. I hate this job. I just want to get fired from my job. And he did this sort of wacky punk rock haircut and dyed my hair purple. You never see people with purple hair. Okay. It's always blue and pink are the default colors. Lame. Go with something original. So I had my hair dyed purple, and I at the time had a purple suit, and I wore the purple suit with my purple hair. I went to work, and yes, I did get fired. That was at a time where people were less tolerant of like, oh, I can't believe. Now it doesn't matter. You can work at McDonald's and you can have a tattooed face with a pierced face and a whatever.
Yep. By the way, welcome to the 475 people watching us on Rumble. And almost great. 600 people watching us on YouTube. So hit that follow button, thumbs up over there, and then lick that like button and subscribe over here.
Smash the like button, especially if you want to hear Alan, say stuff like this. This is what you can expect watching Film Threat.
I like to see Asians in movies. People, I mean, I have to constantly be saying that. I hate gay films. No, I hate films with women in it.
You're not straight. You're gonna regret saying all those things.
You can get me in trouble.
You're gonna regret saying those things, Alan. I'm pretty sure you're gonna regret it. So, all right.
More chat comments. These are coming in hot. Fear the Turtle 21 for 10. Holdovers was my favorite of the year. Oppenheimer, Iron Claw, Godzilla, and Spider-Verse round out the top 5 for me. Yeah, that's Spider-Verse should have been on my, but I really hate that ending.
Yeah, but but it's not as bad as Fast X.
Right, but that ending of Spider-Verse, it just stops. It's not even an end. First of all, if you're going to do look, it should have been 90-minute movie, and if you want to do a cliffhanger, fine. But I don't like these 2-part movies. I think audiences do not like it. They Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning Part 1, The Hunger Games when they did the 2 parts. They even did it with Harry Potter. It's clearly a cash grab, stretching out the story. I feel, you know what? I feel like there's a rant that's coming on. I feel a rant. A rant! A freaking IKEA chair. Stop with 2-part movies. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of your 2. Take your 2 parts and shove it up your number 2. Dead Reckoning, Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning Part 2. More like Part 2. Tired of it. Hunger Games, final thing, Part 1 and 2. No. Harry Potter, you did it with Harry Potter. 2-part ending. There are 7 Harry Potter books. There are 8 movies. Something doesn't add up. And the Spider-Verse, how dare you? How dare you, Spider-Verse? You sit me in a theater for 2.5 hours and I'm loving it. Great music, enjoyable story, lovable characters. You bring it to something actually happening in the movie at the very end of the movie, and what do? Did the projector break? No. You just stop telling the story. Lame. Fast X. I don't even care about that franchise. It's a dumb kid playing with cars, and then they just took out the kid's hands digitally, and that's the movie. The stunts are so dumb, they insult your intelligence. The best Fast X movie, or the best Fast and the Furious movie, is the one where almost none of the main characters are in it. It's called Tokyo Drift. Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift is the best of all those movies. It's interesting. It's a focused story. There's not a million characters. It's not about some dumb heist. It's not about family. But Fast X, you had to go do the 2-part thing. Why'd you do it? Why, oh, why did you do it? The 2-part thing doesn't work. I don't like it. Alan doesn't like it. The chat doesn't like it. Audiences don't like it. I'm done with you, Part 2. You smell like 2. You smell like number 2 when you do a Part 2. I'm done, over, and out. Hollywood, you have heard my message. Follow my instructions and follow me for more tips if you want to be successful in Hollywood. A freaking IKEA chair.
Yeah, and screw you, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I forgot Lord of the Rings. All right. I haven't done a rant in a long time. Rants are just sort of my default setting. I don't know that I need to do an official rant, but yeah, I had to do it. All right. Okay. We actually have topics today.
Yeah.
The super chats are getting in the way of our topics, but actually don't stop sending them.
Oh, I want to respond to this.
It
just dawned on me that no one can see American Fiction, my number 1 movie of the year. It's in such limited release. It's only in 2 theaters in Orange County. I think 2 in LA.
Is that true? It's not in wide release yet?
No, it's not. The 1 theater in Orange County is in a shopping mall. It's not even at the big Orange, the big AMC 30. See American Fiction if you can. I mean,
that sucks.
We should be talking about American Fiction.
Yeah, well, it would be nice if more people could see it. Knew nothing about the story of Iron Claw, says Fear the Turtle 21. Going in blind was rough but amazing.
Yeah.
Glad you got to see it. I've talked to a lot of people who've seen it and loved it. JWT6577, who's a member for 5. Chris, did you ever see the documentary on the Russian Five? Yes, I've seen the documentary on the Russian Five. Not only that, it is the winner like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
No, it was in 2020. The Russian Five documentary won for best sports documentary at Award This. You can watch Award This from 2020 on the Film Threat YouTube channel, and you can see the director of the Russian Five get up to receive the award. I love that film. I didn't know all that backstory. I didn't know that it was controversial to bring in all these Russians to play on the Detroit Red Wings. What a great story. But I keep meaning to watch. I think the story of Sergei's defection would make a good movie. Well, it's interesting because they don't have a lot of footage of certain parts of the story, so they animated it in a certain style, and it really works. So yeah, check out the Russian Five, an Award This winning movie for Best Sports Documentary 2020. Mr. Tickle Trunk for 2 says, here's to hoping 2024 is the year of the indie. I just hope it's the year that we don't go to war, because 2024 is not looking good.
Are you talking with another country or a civil war?
How about both?
Yeah.
It's it seems that, I don't know, man.
Yeah, November is going to be a great month.
November 2024 will be great. But yes, Mr. Tickle Trunk, I'm optimistic, but yeah, there's definitely a lot of indie stuff, and we'll get to it in a second, our first topic, but I want to get through these. And thank you for becoming a member, Mr. Tickle Trunk. Appreciate that. Fear the Turtle 21 for 5. I knew the ending of Spider-Verse was abrupt going in, so it didn't bother me as much, lol. But in general, I agree. Yeah, it's just, look, it's I knew it was a part 2, part 1 also. I was like, wait, what, part 1? What? Okay. But like, it should have been a story that continued, not ending a scene in the middle of something happening. I thought that was very, I did not like that. Didn't like it. No, sir. Didn't like it. From Rumble, Winter Soldier sub-supporter, Film Threat is in #1 slot on Rumble's front page.
Yeah, in fact, welcome to the 900 people watching us.
Whoa!
Right now.
900 people on Rumble.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I
hit that follow button. Hit that thumbs up button.
Yeah. Come on.
Yo, Adrian! I did it!
That's for the people on Rumble. Tune it in. That's great. I heard that Rumble, this is what I heard, is that they're trying to be less known as a political video platform, that they want to mix in pop culture. So perhaps this is why we're making it on the front page. So thank you.
I mean, that's the exact reason why I don't go on Rumble as much as I should.
Yeah, it's I just think there should be a variety. I like political shows, and I like to watch a variety of them. But I don't know, man. I hope that they do lean into doing more pop culture. Hey, here he is. Yellow Flash 2, Boogie Boogie. Yeah, I was having a conversation with Yellow Flash about American Fiction. Why isn't it playing anywhere? He's right. It's very frustrating.
Yeah, and I don't know that it is going to go wide. I think it's going right to Amazon in January, I think.
Well, Yellow Flash, you'll be able to see it on Amazon in January. So, and
it's great. It's great in the movie theater.
He says, Yellow Flash 2 goes on to say, they're leaving money on the table by not putting American Fiction out for the people to actually see. Yeah. It's good. Look, this movie's going to get nominated in some Oscar categories. The fact that it's not getting a wide release is going to hurt it.
Yeah. My theater was like 75% full when I saw it.
Okay. And Yellow Flash 2 says, just don't bring on any women who show too much leg.
Yeah. Don't want to get those conservatives angry at us.
Oh, okay. On this calendar gate thing, can I just say something? I bought that calendar a month ago. I bought 2 copies of the calendar, one for me, and I was going to give one to my uncle. And I'm like, all right, like, where is it? I haven't gotten it yet. And it was not cheap. And it's from the people who put out this conservative beer, which I would have bought, but it's so expensive. I was like, well, I'll get like maybe 2. It'll be like a funny thing, right? I'll have the, whatever the right beer thing, right light. And I went to buy it. Shipping was like $40.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, what am I doing? I'll buy it if I see it in the store, but I'm not buying beer through the mail. But I thought, well, I'll support them. I'll get a calendar. And by the way, this calendar is nothing. This calendar is the kind of calendar that you would see hung up in an auto shop. And having worked on cars and motorcycles in my garage back in the when you could do it, now you need a computer. You can't even do it yourself. But like, so like those are this calendar is like nothing. Like if you look at like any auto shop, we would get calendars and it's like, oh, some company would be promoting, you know, whatever, their rims or, you know, tires or whatever. And they just have like hot girls with cars. That's nothing. That's in every auto shop in the United States to promote auto parts. They have sexy women wearing, you know, next to nothing around auto parts and cars. We've seen it a million times. I don't know who's getting upset. The other thing is, I have a theory. I think this is a fake controversy to promote the calendar. I knew about it before. I was on their email list. I'm like, oh, that'd be a funny beer to drink. You know, in front of my friends, I'll just drink it.
Yeah.
And then
I don't know. Knowing the right like I do, it didn't surprise me. And it's just showing us that that the extremes, the political extremes, are jokes, basically.
This is why I don't declare any. I just like to be perfectly balanced. There's some good ideas here. There's some good ideas here.
Yeah.
And I'm not. You gotta earn my vote.
Well, my thing has always been there's so much common ground between the left and the right that if you just legislated on everything we agreed on, the country would be in much better shape than it is today.
Yeah, but yeah, that it's a non-controversy, not a controversy. And Yellow Flash says, hey, I sent you a DM that might be too hot for the show at Film Threat. Oh, I don't really check the Film Threat DMs. Do you? I check my personal. I don't check Film Threat DMs.
Yeah.
So, but thank you, Yellow Flash. We'll chat later, and I'll be watching Flashcast. I'm probably not watching it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to listen to it while I'm doing something else. I'll listen to it if I'm like out and about, like if there's like a UFC fight or something. I'll be listening to Flashcast. I'm watching like some MMA, or
if you're on a date and you have,
or if I'm on a date. No, I'm not on a date. That, yeah. Red French Moon for €2. So just saying hi, guys, and everyone. Well, thank you for that. And Yorozuya, member for 4 months. Hope you and all of the chat have a good new year. Get drunk, flirt with the married women, and have fun. Well, I'm going to do at least 2 of those things. I'll do 2, but I can't. Yeah, but thank you for that. Eric Henson for $19.99. Hail, been loving the show for all of 2023. I work from home every Friday, and watching you guys is a great way to end the work week. Loved the doc. Here's to a great 2024, gents. Just a quick reminder, Attack of the Doc is free. It is on YouTube. Look up Attack of the Doc, full movie. It is streaming. A lot of people have said, hey, you know, your movie's on YouTube. Did someone steal it? Nope. On the Indie Rights channel, this was always the plan. VOD first, you know, video on demand first, Blu-ray next, and then free for those that, you know, on a budget. I want people to be able to see it. You can see it. You can see it for free on YouTube. It's up to 40,000 views now. Leave a nice comment if you like the movie. And thank you for that, Eric Henson. Very generous. And Yellow Flash says, I sent it to your personal. I will check. Thank you, Yellow Flash. Bel Rono Mega has become a YouTube member. Thank you. Almost through these.
I know.
Hey, Bonesaw is ready. I like to say that. Let's see your Bonesaw.
Bonesaw is ready.
I just realized I said, let's see your Bonesaw. That's going to get clipped. Damn it. Bonesaw is ready for 5. How are we getting more controversy over a stupid calendar than OnlyFans? It screams artificial outrage to me personally. Yeah. Yes, I knew about the calendar before and I just bought 2 because I'm like, I'll hang it up somewhere. I'll hang it up, whatever. I think this is nothing controversial about it. I've had calendars like that in the past.
I only say what I say because I was once a member of the religious right, and I know everything outrages them.
Yeah. So yeah, it's dumb. I think it's manufactured just to get more people to buy it. Mobile Recluse member for 1 month. Looking forward to more Film Threat in 2024. It's coming. It's coming. Maybe even a new show and probably a new trial.
Yeah. Actually, you read this one already.
Oh, yep. Sorry about that. Russell Crowe will return in Gladiator 2 to battle it out for the deep dish pizza at Sbarro, says MK Solid 82. And Rachel Bowerman says Saltburn, Alan?
Yeah, that made my my horrible mentions list.
Yep. Dishonorable mentions. And from Rumble, Hot Moo says, thank you, Film Threat, for your 2023 content and eagerly anticipating your 2024 stuff. Well, thank you for that. Please subscribe to us on Rumble. If you're on Rumble, we're trying to get to 69,000 subscribers because that's Alan's favorite. Isn't that right, Alan? Is it 69? That's
169,000.
169,000.
Let's do it.
Is what we're trying to get.
No, we're not going to celebrate 100,000.
We're gonna celebrate 69,000. 69,000.
All right, yeah, 69,000 celebration was much bigger than 100,000.
Yeah, it was actually. That was cool. Bonesaw is ready for 5. Also, since you're an MMA fan, my prediction for 2024 is this: independent media is Josh Emmett to mainstream media's Bryce Mitchell. Could not have said it better. Whenever I like to see it, like if there's a UFC fight or something, I like to actually go to a bar, a sports bar, to watch it. There's something about that environment, hot wings, drinks, that's fun. It's just fun. You get just people going nuts. So I'll go to the 35er. It's usually like $10, $20. You get a wristband, you walk in, and then, they sort of shut down the bar just for the fight, and it is packed. Super fun way to watch a fight. Hi Guy reviewing. Hey guys, love what you do. As an aspiring film creator, do you have any camera suggestions when it comes to using drones? I do not, actually. We don't get into too many technical aspects when we talk about filmmaking, but we do have a lot of interviews. If you go to our main channel on Film Threat, we have 2 spin-off channels. One is Film Threat Trailers. The other one is Film Threat Interviews. Please subscribe to both of those. Next time we get someone on, we will ask about drones and we will clip a video about that. Mm-hmm. I am going to remember that because we do want to get into maybe more inside baseball about filmmaking on the tech side. And we'll do that on our separate channel, right? On this channel, Film Threat, we do reviews and commentary. Yeah. But thank you, Hi Guy Reviewing. It's
definitely something I want to do as well at some point. I just, I don't want companies coming out to us and us interviewing them about their products. I'd much rather have an actual filmmaker who's used it.
That's what we'll do. We're not going to talk. And we get hit up for sponsorships all the time. Yeah. And I don't know. Am I going to get on here and say, well, get your VPN with Birch Gold, but they're dangling not small sums of money. And I'm like, I can't do it with a straight face. Although Alan and I were talking about, this is what we were talking about doing. What does everyone in the chat think of this idea? We want to do it summer sponsor Palooza, where we will do a 3-hour show. We will not talk about movies. We'll not talk about anything else. We're just going to do sponsor commercials and reads for 3 hours. But we're going to do them badly. We're going to do them terrible, 2 really bad, horrible salesmen on some TV shopping network. So Alan and I will kind of screw it up, whatever. And we're just going to do it to placate the sponsors. Say, well, we need a 5-minute video and this, whatever. I don't want to stop the show for 5 minutes to tell you about some stupid VPN. If you want a VPN, just get one. But all I'm saying is, what if we just did it for one show and we totally made fun of it? We goofed on the products. We wore wacky outfits. I mean, they want to send us all this stuff. And I'm like, What if we just did it all in one show? What do people think of that? But yeah, and then we could talk about drones. I don't know. What is the chat saying? Should we do it? It would literally be just us goofing on every product and being the worst salespeople ever.
Yeah, we'll become QVC basically.
Yeah, it'll be FTQVC. What do you think? But if we did it like one live stream in the middle of the summer when or on a week when nothing's happening, and all we do is goof on every product. The problem is a lot of them, they have like these like we should, everyone's saying do it. Yes, do it. Okay, good. We're gonna do it, but we'll let you know. So it'll be a show where it's like no film reviews, no movie talk, no pop culture commentary. It's just Alan and I doing bad sponsor reads where we're objectively terrible, but we fulfill what the sponsor wants. So they get a 5-minute video talking about their dumb projector that projects stars onto a ceiling or something.
Yeah.
That's
I
one
think
of the
we
ones-
should do like during the regular streams, like live skincare demonstrations.
I've seen that. They've come to us with the skincare stuff. They've come to, I get hit up. I don't know what to do. And I think they're all, we just need to do it, but like do it badly so that it's funny. And then if you actually want one of those products, like, sure, do it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's the thing I've always said, because we talked about live reads, and it's like, unless we can do something really funny and interesting, I would hate to do it during a live stream.
But you know who does it is, I mean, I don't listen to Howard Stern anymore. Howard Stern used to do it, and he would kind of goof on the ads, like Squatty Potty. Remember Squatty Potty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, podcasts would do that too. A lot of the podcasts I would listen to is just segue into some weird ad read.
Oh, in honor of Attack of the Show, I'd like to see a pudding sponsorship, says MM, is a member for 5. All right, I have some news. We're going to be doing on April 24th, 2024, which is the 22nd anniversary of the launch of G4 TV. We're doing a special watch party of Attack of the Doc. And I'm trying to get people from Attack of the Show to be on the watch party. It'll be like a 3-hour thing. We'll have like a little preamble thing. We'll get a bunch of people. We're going to watch the movie and then comment on it live. But we're going to do it on the anniversary of the launch of G4 TV. But yes, pudding sponsorship would be fun. Alan Ing, your internet daughter is already selling fancy soap, says Alan Horkin. Is that true?
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
That makes sense for like a girl channel. It makes sense.
Well, we could sell fancy soap.
Yeah. We could sell fancy soap. All right, let's get into our topics. Right. We actually do have topics.
We have movies to review. Yeah.
We have we have stuff to talk about. Wait, I got to get the right thing up here. Hang on. Are we going to do reviews? Look, okay. First of all, I just want to say happy threat year to all of you. Happy threat year to everyone. And we're going to go over this. This is a toast to 2024's upcoming films. I need to present a graphic here that I found online. Just going to show this. These are the movies coming out in 2024 right here. By date, and they're all by date. And here, I'm going to zoom in actually, and then we'll scroll through. Yeah. And I want to see, Alan, if you're excited about any of these movies. Can you see that? Is that all right?
Yes.
Okay, that's much better. All right. So the dates, we're start kicking off with January 5th, Night Swim. Do you care?
No.
Argyle, February 12th.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm into that. February 14th, it's opening on Valentine's Day. Madam Web.
No.
Why is it opening on a Wednesday?
And why on Valentine's Day? Because that just reeks of romance.
That's so the lady in your life can say, can we go see this all-girl Spider-Man movie? And then you can say, no, let's do something else. Let's go to Red Lobster like we do every year. Dune Part 2, obviously, March 1st. I'll be excited about that. Kung Fu Panda 4, don't care. March 29th. The new Ghostbusters, Frozen Afterlife, or whatever it is. frozen wasteland. I
'Cause
don't care.
because we'll be desperate to watch anything at that point.
I mean, March. Yes. Am I going to go see it? Yes. Am I excited? Not really. Based on that trailer, I don't care. Godzilla X Kong looks awful.
And following Godzilla -1. Good job.
Terrible. If that trailer looks awful, that's Imaginary Friend on May 17th. Furiosa, Mad Max Saga, I'll watch it, but it's opening on the same day as Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and I'm sort of meh on both of those.
On May 24th, Furiosa and Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Ballerina, a John Wick spinoff for June 7th.
I'll give it a chance.
Bad Boys 4, June 14th. Inside Out 2, June 14th. Don't care. Quiet Place Day 1, June 28th. Not sure I care about that. And that's actually, you know what? I forgot in my rant. That's also a 2-part.
No.
Because the prequel ended on kind of a cliffhanger. It didn't finish the story. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. They did that. Why did they do that? Mistake. Despicable Me 4, fine, July 3rd. Twisters, that's about 2 decades too late.
Is it going to be an environmental tale? I hope so.
Oh, 100%. It's going to be about how the environment and you're an a-hole for driving a car.
Yeah.
And
for using plastic straws.
Right. Deadpool 3, I am interested in that. I hope that Deadpool murders the MCU.
Yeah.
Should literally murder it. That's how they get rid of all this multiverse stuff, makes fun of everything. It's the only Marvel movie opening because they're having to retool everything. And yeah, murder it all. Borderlands, August 9th. Is that based on the video game?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Will it be woke?
Yes. Alien Romulus. Is that set in the Star Trek universe? Alien Romulus. Kraven the Hunter. That's right. They moved it back to August 30th, 2024. Beetlejuice 2, September 6th.
Because we wanted that.
Again, like Twisters, it's too late. Both Beetlejuice and Twister are franchises. I mean, they franchises. They're very good movies from the time that they were released, which was the 80s. Twister is 80s, right? 80s or Alan can look that
it should be if they follow trend, this should be the movie based on the musical. But
right.
It looks like it's the return of everybody.
Well, there you go. Transformers 1, September 13th. Are they just rebooting the entire series? Or is it Transformers Prime? Is that what the 1 means? Joker Full Adieu, October 4th. I'm interested in Joker Part 2 on October 4th. That I'm interested in. Venom 3, Don't Care, November 8th. That's great. November 8th. What great way to get away on November 8th and just escape the world. That'll be a fun thing to do on November 8th. I'll probably be there to hide. Gladiator 2, November 22nd.
Okay, so it's got Denzel and Pedro in it.
What does?
Gladiator 2.
Denzel Washington?
Yeah.
All right, I like Denzel Washington.
Excuse me.
This is, by the way, a graphic that was made by MovieFacts. So shout out to @MovieFacts. Follow them on Instagram. Give them a follow. I just ripped off this graphic because I thought it was very good. Well, The Lord of the Rings, The War of Rohirrim, December 13th. That is animated, is my understanding. And the person that knows everything about it and will know everything wrong with it is Gary Beekler from Nerdrotic. So whatever he says, I'm probably going to agree with, but I'm a casual fan of Lord of the Rings. I am not a super fan. Loved those movies. Listen to the soundtrack. Saw everyone day one, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and then despised the Hobbit movies because they were so dumb. And I actually saw them in that HFR, and it was awful. What a terrible technology. It does not improve movies. The Karate Kid, which my understanding is it's a reboot. Sonic 3, December 20th. Whatever. I thought the Sonic movies were good. They were fun and entertaining, but it's not like I look forward to them. If they're there, I'll go see them. Mufasa the Lion King, December 20th. Really don't care about that.
Wow. Is that the only Disney movie coming out on this
Well,
list?
only one that's on this list. I have a more robust list that we can go to. I'll share screen with that. Give me a moment. This is the resource that I use to plan the show. Give me a minute to bring this up here. Stop sharing. Remove. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. So this is, I can even drop the link in the description. This isn't like it's a secret. I just think it's the most accurate. And I like that this release schedule, which is on firstshowing.net. This is what I use to plan our show and what we're doing. And here's all of January. It not only puts in all of the major releases, which are the major releases are actually bold. You see the Beekeeper. Beekeeper's not on that list. Beekeeper is January 12th. The Book of Clarence, which looks awful, is also January 12th. Mean Girls looks like it could be fun. I mean, I don't know. Is the Book of Clarence trying to do like a Monty Python? It kind of feels like that for a minute. And then it gets super political. And obviously there's a huge message behind it. But it gives you what re-releases are coming. And it tells you stuff on video on demand. For example, Destroy All Neighbors is coming to Shudder. We're going to review that. So it tells you firstshowing.net. I'll share the link in the description. This is not just major theatrical releases, also indie releases, movies that are coming to video on demand, and movies that are worthwhile coming to Netflix and Hulu and other major streaming services like Shudder. So this is how I plan. And look, Sundance Film Festival's in here. ISS. By the way, Alan, I just got a screener for ISS.
Oh, did you?
Would you like me to send it to you?
Yeah.
I think we have until tomorrow.
Because I got invited to a screening, but
I did not get invited to a screening.
okay.
The movie Origin, which I think, have we seen that one?
No, that's the Ava DuVernay movie.
Right. They moved it. I think when they moved it, they're just saying, yeah, we're not going to go for awards on this one. Founders Day, which is a movie that I really want to see. It's a horror film. Looks good. So this list, I mean, it's a long list. I'm not going to read all these. The graphic gave you the major studio releases by weekend. And then, like, for example, February 14th, Amelie re-release. I'm going to go see that. I haven't seen it since it was in the theaters in the early 2000s. But this list on firstshowing.net gives you every major release. And what it does is if something moves, like, for example, July 26th was supposed to be when Captain America Brave New World was going to come out on July 26th. They swapped it out for Deadpool 3, but they kept it here with a strike through to show you when movies moved. It moved to 2025, and it even has 2025. If I continue to scroll down, here's the 2025 release schedule right here. You've got Megan 2.0 coming out January 17th, Paddington in Peru, and then February 14th, tentatively, we've got Smurfs the musical, and then Captain America,
Woohoo!
Brave New World, and then March 21st, 2025, Disney's Snow White. Wow.
Wow.
And look, May 2nd. Why not May the 4th for Fantastic Four? That's dumb.
Well, May the 4th is Sunday.
I didn't even know that there was a Dirty Dancing sequel. That's coming out June 6, 2025. Superman Legacy, July 11th. And then Thunderbolts on July 25th. And then The Batman Part 2, October 3rd, 2025. These are all, and by the way, the 2025 dates are subject to change.
Yeah.
What are you excited about in any of this?
Paddington in Peru.
Wait, so you're excited about that?
Of everything on the list, I'm excited most. If you're talking about 2025, yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, there you go. There you go. All right. Well, look, I'll share this. What are you excited about? Let's go to our chat and see if what people are excited about
that's coming in 2024. Start with the super chats here. The announcers for Duke Mayo College Bowl game did exactly that. The whole game. Mayonnaise nachos, anyone? Worked pretty well, says Eric Stratton, who's a member for 777. Fear the Turtle, 21 for 2. Terrifier 3 comes out in October. Can't wait. We will definitely review that one. And you know what? We're going to have Damian Leone on the show. I've got his email. I will reach out to him. I will have him on Film Threat, and we will talk to him. Alan, did you see Blue-Eyed Samurai? Says effing book for 3.
I have not seen it yet.
Another betrayal by Alan.
Well, because I won't see a Japanese animated series.
What did you just say in a video that resurfaced? You were just talking about.
I like to see Asians in movies. No, people. I mean, I have to constantly be saying that. I hate gay films. No, I hate films with women in it.
You're not straight. I feel bad for people that are only listening to this. They only get half. But I appreciate that you listen because we're on Spotify.
Keep playing that clip. I'm
going to keep playing that clip just for fun. Yes, I haven't seen it. I hear it's really good. The Drinker did a review of it, which gets me interested. Hey, people, love Thanos. Give Kong a gauntlet. Says MK Solid 82 for 199. Yeah, that's just weird. I don't like how I don't like the American, the Hollywood version of Godzilla. I really don't like it. I've just come to the conclusion when you look at the body of work of what Hollywood has done with Godzilla, which Toho licenses out. It's a completely different timeline. It's American focused, which is fine. I just don't like it. I just don't like it.
I'll say this is if they're licensing it out, if that will pay for another Toho Godzilla movie, I'm all for it.
That would be the only upside is it gives Toho a little bit more money to play with.
Independent horror films scare the living poop out of my bunghole.
Bunghole. Bunghole. Kind of like that bunghole.
You know who's not gonna see Terrifier 3? Alan.
I will not.
You only have yourself to blame for that clip, Alan. Because
I wrote that. I mean, that was planned. I was planning to say that days before I actually said it.
What was hilarious was that you read it off the card. It's one sentence, and you still had to look at the card.
No, but I had to deliver it that way. I had to deliver it in the hey, we're about to present something.
That was such a fun. If you haven't seen Award This, it's part parody of an award show, but it's also genuinely sincere awarding independent films that don't get a lot of attention, that deserve attention. CMD062 for 5. I know you're not interested, but as a lifelong Ghostbusters fan, I'm looking forward to Frozen Empire. I just feel like it has to convince me. I didn't like the Afterlife. I enjoyed just because of that moment at the end. But I feel like, and maybe they learned, and like, why don't we just make a whole movie like that?
I like the little Asian kid.
Should I play the clip again? Alan likes the Asian kid. I actually did like, is that the kid that was named Podcast?
Yeah, that was him.
He was great. I actually really like him. I hope he's.
Afterlife was not as bad as we thought it would be.
I want something new. That's why I think Dune Part 2 is going to do well. I don't know that it'll break 1 billion, but I think it's going to do well because it's just a different, more adult version. It's more adult science fiction universe.
Yeah.
And I heard a rumor actually that Denis Villeneuve is making Rendezvous with Rama. If you've ever heard of that science fiction novel, look that up.
By the way, was there anything original on that list we went over?
There are some, but few and far between. It's sequels and franchise follows up. Twisters and Beetlejuice 2, follow-ups to movies made in the 80s. This is where we are. We have scraped through the bottom of the barrel. Here's the barrel. They're scraping and like, oh, there's a hole because there's nothing left.
Yeah. And Beetlejuice apparently has everyone back. And then they added Jenna Ortega to it.
Well, I like her.
I like Jenna Ortega.
Mm.
Neil Horn for $4.99. I thought watching Drunk Threepio sitting and watching his stream chat in a Santa hat saying nothing was one of the best cinema events of 2023. Yeah, thank you for that. We should I could probably just do 2 hours of Jay just sitting there, 2 hours. Should we just post 2 hours of Jay doing nothing and do it for New Year's? Call it Jay Stream. Should we do like a New Year's stream where it's just Jay doing nothing for, I don't know. Should we do that on New Year's? Let me know in the chat. And by the way, we did this like the Star Wars Yule log. We posted that and then it was 37 hours and it's still processing. So I promise you know what? After the stream, I'll post. We have a 2-hour version of that. I'll post it. And so I was in the chat the whole time. I was either on my phone watching football or doing other stuff. And I was in the chat and I had it on my iPad. So it was cool. But yeah, thank you, Neil Horn. If people think that we should do Jay just doing nothing on New Year's, I'll do it for New Year's Eve. What do people think? Should we do a Jay stream for New Year's? Let me know in the chat. Thank you, Neil. Effing book for 3. Chris, did you see Arcane? They should do Mistborn. I did not see Arcane. So there you go. What do the people in the chat say? What are the comments saying on the J stream? Yes. Jay with music. J stream. Yes. New Year's J. Oh my gosh. New Year's J. Should we just do New Year's J and just like loop it and just have it keep going? All right. It's decided. We'll start it on New Year's Eve and we'll just keep it going and just keep it going. Just don't show his Yule log. Roast him on the fire. 2-hour J stream. Yeah, we'll do it. Chris, you should absolutely wait. You should absolutely give it Arcane a try. All right. Yes, a J stream would be hilarious. I just don't want to offend Jay. I genuinely really like Jay, even though he called me Frank Gore on accident. I like Jay a lot. I think he's such a cool dude, but I don't know who's Jay. Long story. All right, just a final comments here. We're gonna switch and actually review some movies here. Spider Geronimo, Jenna Ortega might help Beetlejuice 2, but I'll wait for the trailer before getting hyped. That is wise. Sean Hu says, how many of these movies are simply their own thing with no connection to another movie, not a part 1, 2, 3, not part of a franchise? I don't know. Should we show the graphic?
Yeah, show the list again. I don't recall an original film at all in that list.
Yeah. Zoom out. Let me zoom out so we can see all of it. The whole graphic.
Okay, so it's basically not based on a franchise or a sequel.
Wait, sorry, I got to zoom out a little bit more.
Okay. But the first one that stands out is If and Argyle.
If, Argyle, Night Swim.
Night Swim, yeah.
Let's see. I mean, Borderlands, but it's based on a video game.
It's based on a video game.
So does that not count?
That does not count. It has to be completely original.
Oh my God, it's only 3 out of all of these movies, and they're 30 movies up here. Out of 30 major Hollywood releases, only 3 are original properties, and they're small movies. Night Swim is a Blumhouse thing, right? Argyle is original Matthew Vaughn, and If is just, I don't know where that's from, if it's from a book or whatever, but only 3 out of 30 of these films are original properties, or at least not Imaginary Friend is the full title. Wow. That is shocking when I look at it.
Yeah, that looks original as well. And it features the voice of Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Oh my God. I'm so annoyed. She's so annoying. I did try to watch that show on Amazon. I hear it's great. I couldn't get through the first episode. Now, I'm doing this a lot lately where I'm like, I'll watch a first episode and I go, that's cool, interesting. I watched the first episode of What If, Marvel's What If, and didn't watch any of it. We were going to review it, and then I was like, no, I'm good.
I haven't seen it.
But yeah, thank you,
see
Sean.
the first episode of Lessons in Chemistry.
Nicholas Vargo, who's a member, thank you for that. I was interested in Argyle, but the fact that it's PG-13 scares me. Then again, Vaughn Stardust was also PG-13, and it was spectacular. So maybe Argyle will follow in its footsteps. Well, there you go, Nicholas. You and I are going to go see it because I will definitely see it. I like, I don't know. I like that it's original and something different. Aid from Rumble, Aid Ellis24. Denzel isn't one of the leads in Gladiator 2. He's playing a supporting role. Makes sense. Makes sense.
I guess Pedro is the lead then.
Yeah, there you go. The Geek and I podcast. Yes, Mr. Fantastic. There you go. The Geek and I podcast. Hopefully the Amanda in the White Van.
It's actually the Man in the White Van.
The Man in the White Van is released in 2024 in theaters and not streaming only.
Yes. That was on the festival circuit last year, and so it should be coming out. But that's a Legion M movie.
Yes, it'll be in limited release. They don't do wide release films, but it'll be in limited release. Heinlein, who's a member, says Fantastic Four is like Star Wars. They just keep moving release dates with no positive news. Yeah, I think that release date is probably going to move again. It's May of 2025.
Yeah.
I think it's going to move again. I just get the feeling. So there you go. All right. So we're yes on the J stream. We're just going to do it. All right. Thank you for that. God, I love just sitting here. You know what I like? A more relaxed stream without like a certain agenda of something that we have to do. You know.
Wait a minute. Alan Ing, how would you rank The Iron Claw among the movies of the year? Alan Ing, I'm calling you out, Alan Ing.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely top 5.
It's top 5 of the year for The Iron Claw, The Iron Claw.
Yeah, it'll be.
What?
I don't even know what I was trying to say there.
Look, I just wanted to give a short review of The Iron Claw.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some reviews here. But I like a chill stream where we can just like chat and have fun, and the chat kind of ask questions, and then we can explore that topic. I love that. So there you go. All right, what movie are we going to review here? See, I want that shirt. Somehow the design, we can't get that shirt where it looks like the hand is
that low.
coming from your crotch. I want that. I don't know how to do that. Lori Ormond, can we do that? Can we do a shirt with that design where it's like the hand coming out? I want to do it. I want to do that design. But here we go. All right, Alan, you wanted to review this. So let's do it, Alan. Currently playing on Disney Plus is Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Alan, what did you think? First of all, you're the biggest Disney fan in the world.
Yes.
Okay.
I know a lot of people now who are bigger fans than I am.
Yes, but you're a huge Disney fan. What did you think of Percy Jackson and the Olympians? It's currently on Disney Plus. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
All right. Tell us about this film.
Yeah. So far we're 3 episodes in, and just like She-Hulk and Loki season 2, this is the best thing on Disney Plus at the moment. It's actually pretty good. The story is based on the novels by Rick Riordan, Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Young Percy here is the son of Poseidon. He is a forbidden child. There was a pact between the gods Zeus, Hades, and Poseidon that they would stop screwing around and producing children. But Zeus and Poseidon slipped up and produced a child, and Percy is one of those. And he has to go on a quest to basically restore order in Olympus by going into Hades. This is essentially Harry Potter, but for the Olympians. Percy discovers he's half human, half god. He's a demigod. He has to go to Camp Half-Blood to get a little bit of training, and now he's on this quest. And my daughter is a big fan of the books, and so far so good. She's liking the series, and it's following the books. And I say this right now at episode 3, it's doing a good job. And if Disney does what Disney does, it'll disappoint me at around episode 7. So we'll see how it goes. The upside is that this is not a Disney production; it's a Fox production. But I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means Disney will be less hands-on. But so far, great characters, good character development for a kid's show. Good story. There's a quest involved. The monsters in here are basically, we were explained in episode 3 that monsters attack you 2 ways. They exploit your weaknesses, or they exploit your most prideful moments. And so there's something interesting there. There's some good storytelling for children. He's a kid whose mother was just killed, but realizes that she's not really dead, and so he's on this quest to restore order. There's also a side quest of rescuing his mother, and so it's got everything. Every episode ends on a cliffhanger. I mean, this is so far it's a well done series, and by episode 7, I will say probably that this is the worst series ever on Disney Plus. But so far, so good. So what would you rate it? Because I canceled my Disney Plus, so I don't have it. But what would you rate this? It's definitely a solid 7. I mean, it's a kid show. Let's be real about it. It's a kid show. But it's well done, and so far it's safe. So again,
wait, a piece of Disney entertainment that is like not pushing some agenda?
Well, that's what I'm saying is it was produced by Fox.
Oh, that makes sense. That does make sense. So
yeah. So if you have kids who like like I said, so far it's going well. At this moment, it's going well.
Yep.
I feel like I just have to start qualifying everything I see on Disney Plus now.
All right. Well, that's encouraging. I'm still not going to watch it because I know that it's just not for me, and that's fine. That's fine. But it's nice to know that it's like something on Disney Plus you can watch that, hasn't been compromised by messaging. Let's go to our chat comments and questions.
I will say one thing. There are moments for commercial breaks, which means this could get syndicated, and it could live beyond Disney Plus.
Interesting. Carnell. Hey, thank you, Carnell, for 10. Appreciate you. Merry New Year, Film Threat. Chris, firstshowing.net was my go-to website in the 2010s. It was my gateway into indie films of that era and staying from major movie releases. I highly recommend it. Well, we're gonna put we're gonna put the link in the description. Just that's the tool. I think it's the most not just accurate, but it includes other releases that I think that we would like. Other than the graphic was fine. It was like here's 40 major movies openings by weekend. But if you want a really robust list of films coming out, that firstshowing.net, I think, has done a fantastic job. So thank you, Carnell. Appreciate that. And Bill Buttlicker for 100 Martian pesos says, you should check out new Indian movie Salar. It's everything what Marvel or DC should be doing. Okay, yes, I did notice that there are a couple new Indian films that are playing. I will more than likely go see them. And Sons and Shadows gifted 5 Film Threat memberships. Join us on Discord. Hey, we appreciate that. That's awesome. All right, let's pivot to another.
Oh, there's one comment here.
Sorry.
Yeah. Regarding Percy Jackson. Percy Jackson from Raymond Getter. Percy Jackson pushes agenda. Greeks played by blacks, Asians, and everything. But I'll just say that look, the gods are going around having sex with women around the world. So you're probably going to get some black, Asian, and everything else as their children.
I just wanted to make sure we got a clean clip of you talking about that.
Look,
all right.
The gods love everybody.
I mean, look, I just think any mainstream thing is just going to have a kind of, whether it feels organic or forced. That's why you have to see the movie American Fiction. You just have to see it. And I'm bummed that it's not playing.
Yeah. I mean, if it's near you, if you can get to it, please go see it. It's
Right.
highly recommended.
Yeah. All right, let's pivot here. We're going to pivot for a second on our special New Year's Rotten Eve show. And we're going to pivot to something else. Oh, have you seen this one, Alan?
Yes, I have.
All right, let's review it. And I'm just going to put up this. Alan, tell us about Freud's Last Session.
This one will be fast. It's Sony Pictures Classics. It's in theaters now. And as the title implies, it is Sigmund Freud's last session. And who is that last patient? It's C.S. Lewis. And we're in the I guess the early stages of World War II. Sigmund Freud has fled Austria. He's in England now. He is being visited by C.S. Lewis. And it's basically what you would think of it when you think of those two people, but it's a conversation about the existence of God. This is based on a play by Marc Saint-Germain. So Freud is the atheist, C.S. Lewis is the Christian, and in the backdrop of World War II, they have this discussion as to whether God exists. Both of them have very different upbringings. C.S. Lewis became a Christian well after his time in World War I. The war has affected him quite a bit. Sigmund Freud, he is a father who was a devout atheist, and I guess his mother was Christian. So you kind of, from his background of his psychology, he kind of comes to that conclusion, and then the two meet and the two have discussions about whether God exists. I will say this: I wanted it to be better. I wanted it to be a little bit more profound than it was. The movie is essentially this discussion about whether God exists, and there's a bombing that occurs, and C.S. Lewis kind of falls apart in the bomb shelter, and it calls into questions his actual faith, while at the same time Sigmund Freud's life is there are elements where he could have believed in God. And just kind of this back and forth, and then it just kind of ends, with not a lot of resolution. So it was like I wanted an ending that had some kind of impact, and it wasn't there. So if you like a good discussion about whether God exists, you can see this movie, but this is a pass for me.
All right. Well, yeah. I'm just curious. One question: is it based on did C.S. Lewis know Sigmund Freud?
I don't know if this is a true story or not. It's based on the book, The Question of God, which is, and then based on the stage play. So I don't even know if this really happened or not. The only ironic thing is Anthony Hopkins had played C.S. Lewis a long time ago in a movie. But I just walked away going, all right, that was interesting, and then just kind of kept on going.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if we have any comments on this. Couple comments here. Oh, some super chats. Let's go here. Doc Savage for 5. Happy holidays, guys. A gentle nudge to spend your next first episode watch token on Farscape. Don't look at me like that, Alan. I had to do it. Farscape. Yes, I have heard very positive things about Farscape. I'm behind. Alan, Farscape?
I would like to.
Doc Savage is calling you out.
I know. I look. We have been getting so many requests to review television shows, and I can't do television at the moment. I'm sorry.
Well, I'll say this: we are going to do Echo, Marvel's Echo, because we're getting it soon, right?
Yeah,
we're getting it.
Yeah, I mean we have What If right now.
I really don't care about What If.
Yeah.
I watched that first episode. It wasn't even. I love the What If comics, Marvel comics. I have stacks of them.
Yeah, but
the premises are not great.
I mean, the problem is they're based on MCU storylines,
right?
And there's not a lot of them compared to, a vast library of comic books you could have gone through.
Yeah.
You know, like I mean, the classic one was, what if Peter Parker had stopped or what if Uncle Ben had lived?
Yeah, like that's interesting, but it's got to be a momentous event, or like switching up powers, or something we all know about from the comics.
Yeah.
Like,
but you could never see that episode in What If, because the MCU never told the Uncle Ben story.
That's true. Thank you, Doc Savage. Bonesaw is ready. Says, sounds like the Sunset Limited. There you go. And Nicholas Vargo for $9.99 says, have to cut out early, heading to LA for the New Beverly, seeing Die Hard 2, Gremlins 2, and Freaked, all projected in 35mm today, and it will be awesome. You guys rock. Happy New Year, guys. Hey, Nicholas, you can listen to us in your car. I listen to YouTube in my car all the time. I pretty much listen to YouTube and music on Spotify. I was listening to the Godzilla soundtrack. But thank you, Nicholas. Have fun today. New Beverly, great theater. That is the theater that is owned by Quentin Tarantino, right down the street from one of my favorite Mexican restaurants, which is El Coyote. Get the Cadillac margarita when you go there.
Is it called the New Beverly, or is it called something else?
No, it's called the New Beverly. Why?
No, I'm kind of interested in visiting there sometime.
Should. You can check out the schedule online. Chapang Radicomo for 240 Zar. I'm so sorry. 2 years ago, I sent David Zaslav a DC 20 years plan from 2023 to 2043 to save the DCEU, and had a storyline for every movie and TV series with your favorite characters and teams, but he refused it. Happy New Year. Wow. I wonder if it actually got to his desk.
Yeah, I don't think it got there.
Yeah. Congratulations, Chapang. But I'll say this, professionally speaking, generally you're not going to get to an executive unless it comes through professionally with, say, for example, it'll come through with like some agent. It has to be some agency representing it. So more than likely he never saw it.
Yeah.
So
there's an episode of What's Happening where this happened. Remember where Raj came out with a great episode of a TV show and sent it in, and then they filmed that show, but then they realized that there was no creativity, that plot line that Raj had submitted had been done over and over and over again.
Right.
That's exactly what happened here.
That's funny. From Rumble, Gary299, spoiler alert, it ends with a pillow fight. Well, there you go.
Yep.
Thank you, everyone watching on Rumble. Bonesaw is ready. The What If series just makes stuff up, it seems. If they did something like What If Killmonger 1, that would be interesting. Yeah, I don't know why they don't.
That would have been a good one.
Like, just take a premise and say, this thing we're familiar with, it went differently. Or somebody died, or somebody didn't die who died. Like, just, I don't know why the What If the first episode of What If is, what if Nebula joined the Nova Corps? So what?
Yeah, who cares?
It's not, and that's their first episode. First of all, you have to have not only, you got to see like all the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, you have to be familiar with Nebula and her character arc, which is fine. But then you also have to have seen Captain Marvel to know what the Nova Corps is.
And even then, you don't know what the Nova Corps is.
Right. I don't know that the world building on that was all that great. And that Captain Marvel movie was not good, but it made $1 billion.
Yeah. I mean, the first season, I think the best part was the Age of Ultron stuff.
Yeah. That was interesting. All right. Thank you. All right. Let's pivot. We're going to pivot quickly to another thing. And I'm going to talk about, it's going to be very brief. Let's talk about this.
I should say I saw the first 5 minutes.
Well, Merry Little Batman is playing on Amazon Prime Video, part of your streaming package. It is a cartoon for young children about a young Damian Wayne, who is Bruce Wayne's son. He is a kid. When I say kid, he's like, got to be like 8, 9 years old. And he is, of course, at Wayne Manor, maybe a little bit bored. And Luke Wilson plays the voice of Bruce Wayne / Batman. Little Damian Wayne is played by, I'm going to pronounce his name wrong, Jonas Asuncion Kibrib. And there you go. James Cromwell plays Alfred Pennyworth. And as I said, Luke Wilson plays Bruce Wayne, Batman. This is the simple story of this is Damian Wayne knows the legacy of Batman. He wants to do his own Batmaning, gets an outfit and goes out into the world and gets himself in trouble. It's a super simple story with a lot of little Easter eggs and callbacks to, if you've seen, a lot of the Batman films, there are little callbacks and references to the Batman films. This is a movie for children. When I say children, I mean single-digit aged children. The animation style is the sort of weird CalArts like interpretive. You can see in the background, or you can look up or check out the trailer for this, what it looks like. It's all this sort of bizarre, it's not realistic in any form whatsoever. It's goofy. I think that works in drawings. In animation, it did not work for me. So honestly, I can't recommend it. If you're a Batman fan, you're probably going to be like, what is this? But if you have a young child and you want to kind of get them into Batman, I would recommend this for kids. There's nothing in it that's particularly messagey that I found. It's just innocuous. It's sort of innocuous in its entertainment. The jokes are very, very juvenile. And it's just not for me. For little kids, I'm sure it's fine, but there are probably better things that you could see. Alan, you saw a little bit of Merry Little Batman. What were your thoughts?
I was just not following it along. Nothing was really grabbing me to make me want to do it. And then when I looked at Twitter and saw that the Ricky Gervais special had come out, I shut it off and watched that one instead.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
you've got to grab the attention right off the bat, or you're going to lose people. And this one just didn't do it. It was just kind of, I felt like it was all over the place starting off. And again, why should I continue watching this? And I didn't.
Yeah.
Wait, was there a Christmas message behind it?
I mean, yeah, sort of there, but not a message per se. I mean, it's for little kids. It's for little kids.
I mean, the title
for me.
The title indicates it's a Christmas movie. I find it odd that it's on Amazon and not on Max or something, or
right.
Not grouped in with all the other Batman things.
Well, maybe Max has been licensing out their movies to other services. For example, a lot of the DC films are on Tubi streaming for free with commercials.
Yeah.
You can see Robert Pattinson, the Batman, on Tubi for free. And there's
this one, Amazon Studios is in the opener, the opening credit.
Right.
So this was produced by Amazon Studios, along with DC Animation.
But is it part of James Gunn's new Gunniverse? Apparently, Damian Wayne is going to be in the Brave and the Bold, the Batman movie that they're making. I don't know. We've seen nothing other than casting from James Gunn, and at least the casting I like, but they should have kept Henry Cavill. They could have de-aged him, or at least done a fitting ending for the DCEU. They did not have a fitting ending with Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. What a disappointment. Comment here from Batman, not the Batman, says, I do not condone this interpretation of me. Well, if not the Batman doesn't like Merry Little Batman, that is saying something. And that's all we'll say about that. Thank you, not the Batman. All right, we're going to pivot to what you just recommended. Give me a second here, Alan. Ricky Gervais' Armageddon is the new Ricky Gervais special, now playing on Netflix. No need to go into story, but a little bit of background. Ricky Gervais
doesn't give an F, doesn't care, doesn't want to please anyone, doesn't care to be liked in Hollywood, doesn't give two Fs. As the host of the Golden Globes, he knocked it out of the park, but was not invited back when he just went full on, just took a flamethrower to that event the last time he hosted. It was incredible. But Ricky Gervais's comedy, he had a comedy special last year. This is kind of the follow-up to that. And it's weird because he plays it two ways in Ricky Gervais' Armageddon. He plays it two ways. He goes, yeah, I'm going woke. Like in the beginning of the special, he talks about how I'm going to go woke. Just so you know, I've gone woke. And then he just proceeds to just make fun of everything woke. He is just, his mockery, maybe it's partially the British accent or the way he goes about it. He doesn't get particularly vulgar in his comedy, but it's so biting. It's such amazing political commentary. I'm going to watch it again, but I just loved that special. And I can't recommend it enough. So 9 out of 10 for me. Not going to ruin any of the jokes, but the subject matter, he just goes for it.
Yeah.
And he just fully comes out at the beginning of the special, says, I've gone woke. He talks about his last special, what happened and whatnot. Alan, what did you think of Ricky Gervais? Armageddon?
Yeah. I've been like this for a long time in the sense of, if you're not allowed to say something, then say it. And that's what essentially Ricky does throughout this whole thing. He says things that people think, but are not allowed to speak out loud. He goes into the definition of being queer. There's a free puppy segment in there that goes on way too long. And,
right.
Again, I think from my standpoint, there's a lot of things I've been thinking that, that would get you canceled if you said it out loud, and Ricky says it out loud. Yeah. And that's what I like about this special. The interesting thing was with this one, I watched this on Christmas at my parents' house, my dad's house. My daughter was taking a nap. She woke up as I was watching it midway through, and it warmed my heart to see her get into Ricky Gervais and really enjoy this special. I also have a very conservative brother, a very religious conservative brother, and he walked in on us watching it during that free puppy segment. and I'm like, he's just like, give me this look of, A, you shouldn't be watching this, and B, you shouldn't be letting your daughter watch this either. And I'm like, no, I'm watching this, and I'm gonna sit through this very long segment about free puppies. And oh man, that was a great conversation afterwards. Again, look, he's there to, this is the last bastion of free speech, of comedy, and he pushes the limits, and as he should. And I'm glad he's out there doing it. I don't agree with everything he said, but I'm glad he's able to say it.
Yeah, I agree with everything he said. I what's so funny is how many people say that now, like to qualify. Like, it's like, I feel like that's used to be assumed. It used to be assumed that I don't agree with everything Alan says. I have my own opinion about things. And Alan and I have conversations. I don't agree with everything that I'm on a live stream with like 10 other people or 9 other people or whatever. I don't agree with everything everyone says, but now people feel compelled to say that out loud. That's the environment that we live in now. Whereas I feel like that should just be assumed that you're an individual person. You don't agree with everything that everyone says because you have your own opinions. And now we've gotten to a place where you need to declare that you don't agree with everything. Like, I don't agree with everything Ryan Kinnell says, but I'm on a live stream with him. So what? Like,
but the thing is that the reason I qualify it, the reason I say it is because I still believe in this idea of freedom of speech.
Yes.
And that you should be able to say that sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. That's where we come, where words have somehow become the most violent thing. Not only the words you say, but the words you don't say is now the most violent thing in America. And I'm tired of it. And so, yeah, look, the reason I say I don't agree with everything because I stand by your ability to be able to say things that I don't agree with. If I don't agree with you, say it. You know, there was a time where the ACLU was defending the Ku Klux Klan and their ability to protest. You know, that's how important freedom of speech is in this country. And I feel like that freedom of speech has become that last bastion, that last part of the Bill of Rights that we have to fight for. And so, yeah, I didn't agree with everything he said, but I'm glad he said it.
Yeah, agreed. But what I'm saying is people feel the need to say, there's two things people say that they didn't used to say before. And this is because of people on social media who are idiots. We're listening to a minority of morons. And, you know, I even got dragged into some dumb thing. I didn't even respond. I didn't like it, you know, but it was something like I appeared on the Critical Drinker. We were having a conversation and some idiot with very few followers and a cartoon avatar, not even their real face, some dumb thing commented and started a whole thread about how he hated everyone on this stream. And why don't they talk about indie films? Obviously, this person doesn't know anything about Robert Meyer Burnett or myself or Critical Drinker, just took an isolated clip that they had seen and judged everyone based on that clip. And then said how much he hated.
And the headline for that video.
The headline, reacting to the headline. We live in the dumb times, and I'm tired of basically scaling down my speech for idiots. We need to all stop doing that. Like, God, I remember seeing, it was a Joe Rogan comedy special where he says, before he tells a joke, he says, this is a joke. But the fact that he felt compelled to say that this is a few years ago. I forget which special it was. But the fact that he had to preface that is moronic. And this is the dumb times that we live in. And I'm tired of scaling society towards the weak, towards the victims, and towards the idiots who cannot hold two thoughts at once, cannot think in nuance. These are children. These are children driven by emotion because they're not adults. Because when you're an adult, this is how you know you're an adult. It has nothing to do with turning 18. And being an adult is not an age. Some people become a mature adult in their teens because of tragedy or something happens and they have to toughen up and become an adult. Some people don't become adults into their 40s or 50s. How do you know you're an adult? You are in control of your emotions. Your emotions are not in control of you. That is when you know you're an adult. If you are, quote, triggered because you see something that offends you, you are not in control of your emotions. Your emotions are running you. You're a child. I don't take you seriously, and I can't have a conversation with you. You can sit at the little kids' table during Thanksgiving, and you can chat with all your little kid friends. I actually technically prefer to sit at the little kids' table anyways, because whatever. I think it's more fun. We talk about video games. Anyways, my serious point is society should not be run by children. It should be run by adults. And you know you're an adult when you're in control of your emotions. End of rant. Damn it, I should have done the...
Yeah. I think you're only allowed to play that one time.
Sorry, folks. I'm only allowed to play it one time. I get a little, I'm going to start retiring a lot of these videos. I'm going to start retiring a lot of you're not going to see a lot of these videos. You're not going to see. You're just definitely not going to see it.
Oh, it is your hole.
We meet again, Mr. Crow.
Craw, not craw, craw.
I love that. I always laughed.
Yeah.
As a kid, that was the funniest thing ever.
That was great. Let's go to your comments and questions about this. Andy likes stuff, says Gervais, typical English sarcasm. We all talk like that. Love it. Love it. I've always loved the Brits. Like I grew up watching British television when I was, 8, 9 years old. I used to watch on PBS late night. They'd have Doctor Who episodes. They'd have Monty Python, Faulty Towers. So many great. I watched The Red Dwarf. Red Dwarf, I used to have all of the seasons of it on VHS. I got to re-buy those, actually.
Yeah, I would say that my first exposure to comedy on television was Monty Python and Fawlty Towers.
Monty Python, Fawlty Towers.
I mean, how's there only 6 episodes of Fawlty Towers?
Right, Black Adder, with just the British humor and Doctor Who, old school Doctor Who, and oh my God, I ended up seeing I, Claudius because of that block, which I eventually got on Blu-ray. I did a review on this channel as part of our DVD Day. I, Claudius is incredible. I mean, obviously it was shot at it's not a spectacular Roman epic. It's the acting. It's just so incredible.
It was a soundstage.
Derek Jacobi is like, he's in everything. It's like, if you're going to have Romans, you got to have Derek Jacobi. He's in Gladiator. But yeah, fantastic. Thank you, Andy Likes Stuff. Ken G. Fox, who's a member, where do we watch Ricky's show? It's on Netflix.
And I have to warn you, you have to hunt for it. Last time I tried to watch it.
I noticed that.
Last time I tried to watch it, it took me, I was scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. I couldn't find it. And
I just did the search.
Yeah. Because you would have thought it would have been trending. You would have thought it would have been on the just added, but no.
Nope. Not. Thank you, Kenji. And thank you for being
But it's Armageddon. Ricky Gervais Armageddon. Make sure you have, because I started watching Supernature, not realizing that that's the one that was showing up.
Red Pilled Rants, watched it the night before last with your recommendation, and Ricky goes in hard.
Oh man.
Hell yeah. From Rumble, Lord Shax, Alan Clip, Chris saying he likes to sit at the kids' table.
Do you bring free puppies with you when you sit at the kids' table?
Oh my God. I saw the one clip about that. Oh my God. Oh.
And I just see they're going, oh, he's just going.
I love it.
He's not stopping.
Yeah, no, whatever. I'll sit at the kids' table just to like, what?
No, go ahead.
Fine, Alan. Making fun of me. All right. Alan Horkin says, Ricky Gervais is clever and funny, but I find him too abrasive. I prefer the horrendously offensive comedy of Jimmy Carr.
Yeah, Jimmy Carr is great. And he's also on Netflix.
Yep. MK Solid 82 for $4.99. I think 2024 is going to be really insane. The media will divide us like never before. I agree. And they will attempt to divide us. Call it out. Call it out. This is what we need to do. We need to start calling out that the media pushes division. This is something that Ming the Merciless, or, as we say, Ing the Merciless, is always doing. Ming the Merciless and Flash Gordon kept the kingdoms of Mongo fighting amongst each other so that no one would notice that the real dictator, the real fascist authoritarian, was Ming. How did he keep people deflect that? Just kept them fighting amongst each other. And what does the media do? Keeps people divided by gender, divided by race, and it's applauded. Call it out. Call it out.
Yeah.
Definitely need to call it out. And you know what? You know who saved? You know who saved the universe from Ming the Merciless? It was Flash Gordon. Saved the universe. This should be a Gore Rant. Glenn Brown.
Yeah, I mean, definitely
make this a Gore
one
Rant.
was enough, but you want to do 3 now. It's like, but you're right. I think it was Benny Johnson recently who mentioned that the media seems to need to constantly keep us on a cycle of keeping us on our toes, basically,
right,
or at each other. So it's the environment, it's police brutality, it's the trans issue, it's abortion, and they just cycle through, keeping us all at odds with each other while the government comes in and does, spends billions of dollars on whatever, on other people's wars and things like that. Have we gotten demonetized yet?
Yeah, I mean, look, unfortunately, because of the culture war and whatnot happening, the culture wars, which you can't deny it exists. It invades pop culture and movies
but
and
the thing
TV.
is,
So it's a topic that comes up.
Yeah, but the point you're making is that it seems like the mainstream media is stoking those fires on
Yes,
purpose.
100% they are. There are very few media outlets that try to have a balanced view. Everything is seems to be compromised when it comes to, just when it comes to, even coverage of movies and entertainment is compromised and keeping people, if you don't like something, that makes you a certain thing. No, it does not. Like, objectively, if you think with more than one brain cell, because you can dislike something because you don't like something, that doesn't make you a bad person, ever. People have different taste, and I'm just so done. I'm just not. I've lost patience for these people. You'd think they'd kind of grow out of it, but no, they haven't. And they still want to vilify fellow Americans or the working class, or I'm done with it. I'm done. Yeah. Just as someone that look, I, worked a lot of jobs when I was a kid, met a lot of types of people at all levels. And I've always had a friend group that runs the gamut. Just, I don't know why, maybe because we're all connected because we love movies and film. And that's how I connect with people. And that's people all over the map, types of people. And I don't like the division that's being stoked. Yeah. And you're right. 2024 is going to be terrible. Okay. It's going to be, and the fact that certain types of people feel entitled to inconvenience and affect and hurt the lives of others in favor of their cause. No, it ends. My tolerance for these children is over. I don't have it anymore. You've, you know what? I've had my fill. Not going to tolerate this anymore. The so-called tolerant people.
Yeah. It's funny when I look at my Twitter feed once in a while and see people melting down over some take I have about some movie. As much as I love doing this and as much as this is my job, it's just a movie.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, there are more important things in life than movies. The fun thing is what we're doing now is this water cooler talk, whether we like something, whether we dislike it, whether we think a company's going in the right direction. But for people to melt down, for people to go on rants and rages, the fact that, a great example of this was Rotten Tomatoes and their initial quote of my Marvels review, of which they have revised. But that first quote that they put out there, it still lives on today. I still see my face show up in people's videos about how girls, I don't believe girls don't like comic books. I mean, it's insane. And again, I just step back and go, it's just a movie. We're just talking about movies here.
Yeah, but also the sense of the narcissism and sense of entitlement. For someone to tell me that an opinion I have, I shouldn't have, fuck you. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Trying to curb what I think and what I'm able to say. Feel free to disagree with my statement. But the fact that you're telling me I can't say that, go fuck yourself. And thank you to Elon Musk for making that. I want a t-shirt. Well, I wouldn't wear a t-shirt like that. Probably. I don't want to offend any kids
or heaven forbid we should come up with a list. Oh,
yeah. A list of worst movies. Go fuck yourself. Don't tell me how to do my job. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Or
seriously.
Can we not complain about movies where people worked hard to make that movie?
And yet that stupid outlet, the guy from that stupid outlet that said that, does a worst movies list every year. Idiot. Oh my God. That guy is I don't want to get into it because then I'll be talking about him and he'll, whatever, who cares? Thank you, MK Solid.
Didn't all your buddies come out of that outlet too?
What buddies?
Well, I mean, people
John Schnapp and Rob Burnett, and I know John
buddies.
Campia. I know John Campia.
They're buddies.
I'll decide who my buddies are, Alan. You can't tell me who. If you want to stay on my buddies list,
Robert Meyer Burnett is not your buddy.
He is my buddy.
Okay.
I love
all right.
Robert. And
Ron
I don't
Shep was
agree
your
with,
buddy.
and I don't agree with everything he says, but that's a stupid thing to even have to point out. Thomas Pickett for 5. Brits still make great shows. Upstart Crow, Show Goes Wrong, Taskmaster, 8 out of 10. Cats does Countdown.
I've seen 2 of those. They're
Yeah.
very good.
I love the British shows. I do. More super chats here. Led Wall for 5. Freedom of speech today, freedom of speech tomorrow, freedom of speech forever.
Yep.
Thank you for that. And from Mark Perkins for 2. Preach it, Chris Gore. Well, thank you for that. And we saw Hilariously Awful Productions just became a YouTube member.
Hey.
And Mark Perkins is a member for 9 months. Says, great partying with y'all this year to your health. Well, there you go. Thank you for that. And Gore Rants are awesome, says Jackson Cagle for 5. Woo! Well, thank you for that. And Hilariously Awful Productions says, Ing the Merciless, you're welcome on my stream anytime. Tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we discuss our top movies of the year. Well, there you go. You can Hilariously Awful. You can reach out to Alan. He has a link tree, which was my Christmas gift this year. Go to my pal Al on Twitter. In Alan's bio is a link tree, and that's how you contact Alan.
Yeah, it'll get there one day. Yeah.
Wait, it's not on your Twitter?
No, I just made the link tree. It's now I have
Okay,
to connect
cut
it.
and paste, Alan, and send me those pictures for Film Threat socks. Okay. Thank you, Hilariously Awful Productions. Great Con for 2. This is not the chill stream that was advertised. Yeah, I know it got a little unchill. Well, by the way,
we have 3
speaking of streams, I'm going to be on. I might be on 3 streams. I'm going to be on the Salty Nerds podcast tomorrow at 10 a.m. Then I'm going to be on EFAP with Mahler in the afternoon. And then I'm going to be on Camelcast later that night. I'm going to be doing 3 live streams tomorrow. God help me. That's a lot. Thank you, Sean Hu, for 742. Thanks for all the fun this past year and wishes to for everyone to not have a horrible 2024. There you go. Thank you. Hey, the Sundowners Club, very generous with $25, says, Chris, are you and or Alan going to be at MegaCon? My co-host and I will be there. Either way, Happy New Year. MegaCon, when is it? I might go. I'm talking to Gary.
It's Orlando, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will not be there. Unless it's in Los Angeles or Southern California.
It's February 1st through the 4th. If I am invited, I will go. If I'm invited, I will attend. So there you are. But thank you for that, Sundowners Club. And if I go, we'll do a podcast. We'll do it. Thank you, Sundowners Club. Very generous. Happy Sanjo for 5. Thoughts on Best Buy dropping physical media and the death of physical media? Huge mistake. Huge mistake. The death of physical media.
Yeah, well, when was the last time you went into Best Buy?
When was the last time I went into Best Buy? I go probably once a month. But let me tell you, it's usually to get something, and then I look at stuff. But guess what became available for pre-order right now? I'm going to share screen right here. I am going to be going to Walmart to get this. It is the 4K of Dune. It's $2. It's a Walmart exclusive, and it's got a quote on here from Duke Leto. It says, "A great man doesn't seek to lead; he's called to it." And it has the ducal signet ring of House Atreides. Of course, Paul has that ring now. And I just love the cover of it. I already have it in 4K, but I need this version. Gotta have it. Gotta have it. There's not a lot to collect when it comes to Dune stuff, but I'm going to be going to Walmart to pick this up. Doesn't that look cool?
Yeah. I'll show you what I'm getting at Walmart. What I've been getting at Walmart.
What? Let's see.
What is it? Yeah, I stole my dad's record player.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
now we're buying records.
Oh, that's great.
My daughter has a list of
Love it.
records to buy now.
I think it's a huge mistake that Best Buy is doing this. Huge mistake. They could be doing more exclusives. Maybe they just make it a more selective section, so it doesn't have to be vast library. It could be just selections of, and they lean into special editions and exclusive editions. Best Buy used to do that. When I did a movie, which I'm going to re-release, I did a film called My Big Fat Independent Movie. We worked with Best Buy. We had end caps. You know what an end cap is? Yeah. It's like a display, whatever. And we did a Best Buy exclusive double disc version of My Big Fat Independent Movie. I am going to release it next year. I'm going to re-release it in an anniversary edition, and it's going to be on Blu-ray for the very first time. I'm working with the director. It's a movie that I co-wrote and produced. It was my first feature that I co-wrote and produced, and My Big Fat Independent Movie will be coming out with all sorts of loaded with special features, and it will be at least available online as a Film Threat exclusive. So there you go.
Also, a reminder that during the zombie apocalypse, you won't be able to stream anything.
Yeah, if there is some cataclysm, you're not going to be able to stream anything. But check out that Dune cover. I love it.
Yeah. So all you have is your physical media.
Thomas Pickett for 5 says, individuals have had to fight collectivism, and movies have been no different. Hays Code was in 1936, and now the war extends to social media. Yes, this is sort of I really have just curbed. I used to use social media a lot until like around 2018. There have been multiple attempts to cancel me over my opinions about things. I can't say I've always been pleasant on social media, but you know, I all I'll say is I really don't like the conversation. That the conversation isn't nuanced. That's the thing I don't like. You can't have it's difficult to have a nuanced conversation. I feel the conversations we have here on YouTube, this I love. Mm-hmm. I can talk to you. I can respond. You can respond back. We don't just highlight super chats. We highlight thanks to Mies P Coffee, and of course Alan going through their monitoring chat constantly and picking the comments and trying to stay on topic. You know, we try to have an organic conversation. But yes, Thomas Pickett, thank you for that, pointing that out. And Thomas Pickett goes on to say, another generous $5 says, I am ripping my Blu-rays right now from my Stanley Kubrick collection for my Plex to stream. Oh, that's great.
Plex is great.
Plex is great. Bush and Ryu Cat, thank you for that. Bush and Ryu Cat for 2. Can you get that lady host from Awards This on the show? This show on? We could get, I know, for our Golden Globe stream, let's get Lila on.
Oh yeah.
All right, we can do it. We'll do it. So Bush and Ryu Cat. So we're gonna do a Golden Globe stream. This is on Sunday, January 7th, 4 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to start 1 hour before the show. We'll go through all the nominees. It'll be myself, Alan Ng, special guests. There are going to be a lot of special guests. I'm not going to name who they are.
I was going to say Simcast goes on at the same time, so we may not.
Well, maybe Lila will come on for the beginning. No, Simcast is later that night.
Yeah, eventually, yeah.
We'll get some people on, and we're just going to watch together. We're going to watch the Globes and goof on it.
Like that awesome monologue from last year.
Yeah. Oh, that monologue was awful. It brought the whole event down. But collectively, that watch party got 100,000 views. 100,000. So there you go. Thank you, Bush and Ryu Cat. Glimpse of Barry for 5 just sends in 5. Thank you for that. Red and Vadered says for 5 says, how come Gary never had NTM or on FNT or the Nooner? NTM.
Oh, Ing the Merciless.
Ing the Merciless. Oh, does he have an Asian limit? Well, X-Ray Girl and X-Ray Dad on the stream. You'll have to ask Gary. I don't know. I'd say have Alan on.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's a tough show to do, though. I mean, you got 9 other people.
Yeah, it's you're really trying to compete and find your weigh in and when you should talk. And then it's like, oh, I hope they are.
Yeah.
I think what I say is funny. It's either funny or I'm going to disagree with someone.
Or
right?
or it looks like you're trying too hard.
Right. It's just, it's yeah. But I would like, so Alan,
I will. Yeah, I'll say if Gary thinks I'm ready, I'll be ready. But I'm not. I am fully aware of improvements I need to do in my presentation. So,
well, I like now that you, I can just call you NTM for short.
Yeah.
Thanks, Red Invader. And another one here for 5 from Glimpse of Barry for 5. Thanks for all you do, Chris and Alan. Guys like you is why I'm into filmmaking. Make way for independent creators. Been a fun year listening to you guys. Well, it's going to get bigger next year. We're going to start a 3rd show. It's going to be in the first quarter of the year. We'll start our 3rd show, and we're going to have another trial. Critics Court is going to come back. So get ready for that. Thank you, Glimpse of Barry.
And then when you're done with your film, send it to us. And
yes.
All I'll say is it better be good.
Yes. Oh, wait, I missed a couple here. Any gossip on the new Beetlejuice movie, says Mark Perkins for 2, who's a member. No gossip.
Yeah, all I know is everyone's back.
Everyone's back is what I hear. Yeah. Oh, wait, we already got to that one. Sorry about that. And we've got some, let's wrap up with some other comments here. John Capobianco. Why are these 2 my favorite podcasters? Ha 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 ha. Well, thank you for that. Yeah. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Bush and Mewcat. Americans have the right to free speech, but not the right to impede another's right to speak, aka cancel because you don't agree with that person. We call them cancel pigs.
Yes.
We call them, they have a name now, cancel pigs. And I think they don't like that name, which is why it's the best name. Yeah, call out that nonsense and call out any media outlet that pushes division amongst Americans. It's un-American to push division. We should be united in this country, even when we disagree on things. We should be united. Well, disagree on most things, but there you go. The introspect and modern protests are essentially childish tantrums pretending to be activism. They accomplish nothing. They are based in pure emotion with no goal or tangible outcome other than to cry bully. Yeah. It's gotten disgusting. LAX has been shut down multiple times from protest groups blocking the entry to LAX, preventing people from doing their jobs, preventing people from catching flights or picking up people from the airport. Arrest them and give them, I don't know, a year in prison. Make it a very serious charge. If you are, look, protest with signs, an organized protest, and you protest this thing, you can be on the side of the road. You block the road, you should go to jail. Now, why isn't anyone in our government, why don't they think like I do? I'm Captain Common Sense because I'm thinking of all the people. I'm thinking of this group's right to protest, fair. And I'm also thinking of the mother that's picking up her daughter from the airport to come home for the holidays from college or whatever, or the whatever it is.
Oh, I should. A news report just came out. Someone died during a freeway protest because the ambulance couldn't get to the hospital.
Oh, see, this is the cost of this. The fact that this isn't taken seriously is disgusting. And you see everyone on social media say, "Why is not taken? Arrest them all! Arrest them all!" Yeah, arrest them. You get them off the road. This is no. And you, it's going to be a warning. Some people are going to have to suffer. Fine. This is the cause you believe in. This is not the way to win hearts and minds. You actually rally people against your cause from this. I'm done. Yeah. Unbelievable. Can't wait for the compilation of Gore Rant, says Bobby's World. I actually
have to replay this episode.
Actually, yeah. Actually, there's a playlist of rants. It's all the rants and the Alan's Corner. Alan, thank you for that, Bobby's World. And so there's not a compilation, but there is a playlist on our main channel. Ian says, Alan, Chris, did any of you two watch
Tres Musketeers de Artagnan. The Three Musketeers, Part 1, D'Artagnan.
The review is coming up, I believe, next week.
Couldn't find a review on Film Threat, only a trailer. Yeah. We will have a review on filmthreat.com. Yeah. The thing is this, we can only review so much on the channel, and our reviews on YouTube are collectively the things that Alan and I have, both seen. So I've seen some movies Alan hasn't seen and vice versa. We've also seen, if it's a big movie, we both tend to try to see it. If it's a horror film, Alan is too scared to see it.
Yeah.
But Ian, we will have a review on the channel. Hey, from Rumble, thank you everyone on Rumble for your support this year. Ulukwi.
By the way, our screener still works for it, so if you want to watch it,
send it to me. I'll send you the International Space Station one. Ulukwi, first Spacey releases that bizarre public statement in character as Underwood, and now this interview, weirdo. I think the Frank Underwood character is him. I think it is him. Also from Rumble.
Oh, I just want to say that what I loved about it again is because it shouldn't have been done, but they did it.
Yeah, no, I actually admire it for that aspect. Mm-hmm. Choo choo gone poo. Cancel pig is timeless. Woke lefties call cops pigs, so it's nice being able to throw their shade back on themselves. Yeah, I like a discussion, and I don't mind if people disagree with me, but don't tell me what to think. Don't tell me how to do my job. You can disagree, say, oh, that's, or whatever, but I've had people I know do this, people I actually know. So there you go. Are you waving to your dog?
Yeah, no, to my child.
Tell your child Dad'll be there soon.
Dad'll be there soon. I don't know what we're doing, but
what are you guys doing?
Oh, I think she wants to hang out with some people.
Hi, Dad, I miss you.
And Sean, it's our last chat for today. Sean, don't forget to state the thing Alan held up for people listening.
Oh yeah, that was the vinyl of the Oppenheimer soundtrack.
That's great. All right. So, yeah. I have that vinyl also.
Yes.
So there you go. Thank you, Sean and thank you for your support throughout the year. Beer Source Rex coming in hot with a final super chat. The final super chat of 2024.
Unless you can slip it in real quick.
Wait, what?
Unless you can slip it in real quick.
Clip that, Glenn. Beerosaurus Rex for 5. What about a Film Threat yearly best of, best rant, best out of context quote clip, best edited clip, best guest, something to consider for 2024. We're probably going to do that as our first episode. We'll just look back at the past because we didn't have anything to, Echo. We're going to talk about Echo and then we'll do that. That's a good idea, Beerosaurus Rex. Appreciate that. Appreciate that and appreciate your, wait, we don't need this up here. We were just, whatever. We didn't get to the Anselm review. We could do that next year. We'll do it next year. All right. That about wraps it up for us today. Thank you so much. 2023 was a good year for us. I'm hoping for the best for 2024. And I'm hoping that we don't get caught up in any sort of media mind virus that would divide us. Let's call it out. Call it out constantly. This is why the mainstream media continues to shrink. These are not messages that positively impact the world. We need to fix our discourse. And the fact that there's no attention paid to that says something. It says a lot. So just want to say thank you to you, everyone who stuck with us, all of our new subscribers and people who subscribed and people who've been members from the beginning. Thank you. Thank you. I cannot thank you enough. Also want to thank Alan. It's really fun to do this every week.
Yeah, absolutely.
And everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris. This 2 years, we're approaching 2 years and this has been fun.
2 years of live streaming. And we appreciate you. And just everyone who, Glenn Brown, our producer, Ms. P Coffee,
in the wings. I know I'm doing well if I get a big Miss Peacoffy laugh. You can't see it, but I can see it. If I get her laugh, it's like, okay, good. Keep going. Keep going with this. But just thank you to everyone who's and everyone who's been a guest, Dante, Paulie from Latino Slant. Subscribe to Paulie and Dante's channel, Verbal Riot Show.
Our Critics Court guests.
Our Critics Court guests, all of our Critics Court guests, which was Gary and Ryan Kinnell and Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers and Paul Chatto, Legal Mindset and Script Doctor and just everyone, Tom from Midnight's Edge, just everyone who's been a guest on the show. All of our filmmaker interviews. When we first started doing those, like we do a filmmaker interview and then like you'd see like the numbers just drop. They don't drop now. People stick around and watch the interviews. Like, look, if they're being interviewed on the channel live, and not all the interviews are live, to be clear, not all of the interviews are live. Alan does a lot of interviews that are just exclusive to the interview channel. So please subscribe to Film Threat interviews and subscribe to Film Threat trailers. Make it part of your media diet here on YouTube. And then also go to shop.filmthreat.com. Only for the next few days are you going to be able to use this code because it ends December 31st is when this ends, this sale. So go to shop.filmthreat.com and use that code. So there you go. Few final chat comments and oh my God, some super chats still coming in. MM for 5. Happy New Year, Film Threat. Happy New Year, everyone. It's been great spending time with you all this year. Well, thank you.
That's our last super chat of the year. Oh no, never mind. Here we
go.
Bobby's
World coming in hot with 5. Have an amazing new year. Thank you, Chris and Alan, the incredible mods, and the amazing chat. And David Smart for 2. Hey, Chris is awesome. Happy New Year. Well, there you go. That's great. And also, thank you to our mods, Lord Thoth, Latino Slant, Mexican Iron Man. Appreciate you. And I'm sure I forgot people. So there you go. All right, Alan, what do you got coming up this weekend? I'm doing 3 live streams on Saturday. We got Happy New Year Jay will be on December 31st. You wanted me to do it. I will do it if that's
Yeah, the chat did.
It might be a terrible idea, but we're doing it. I don't know. Will Jay be mad at me?
No, he won't be mad at you.
All right. There you go. So, Alan, what do you got coming up this weekend?
Well, I'll be at the National Comedy Theater tomorrow in San Diego at 7.
Oh, nice.
Yes. And then I'll be bunkering in on New Year's Eve.
Smart.
Yeah. And and then who knows what's happening on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we've got a D-Files coming up in 2 weeks.
Oh, did the last super chat come in or did I read that private chat?
You got it.
Okay, I got it. All right. So National Comedy Theater, go to My Pal Al. In the bio of Alan, there's a link to his link tree with how to get tickets.
Yeah, or go to nationalcomedy.com.
Go to nationalcomedy.com, but go through Alan's link tree. All right, Alan. Anything else?
Yeah. Let's get out of here.